It is day 6 of hashtag Stay Home Learning, Monday, March 30th, 2020. Hopefully you guys have had a great weekend. Saturday, Sunday, the weather was great. Hopefully you went outside, took the dog for a walk, maybe took the dog for 5 walks. I don't know, took a hamster for a walk, bunny, who cares? Just take something or someone for a walk because outside was amazing. You need to get some vitamin D. You need to get out of the house a little bit, but also hopefully you got some stuff done. I know that I got some emails even over the weekend of people working on some things and they had some questions. So great job with that. But it's Monday, March 30th. Let's go ahead and get started. Mary Stuart became Queen of Scotland when she was only 6 days old. What an amazing thing, man, to get a job like that at 6 days old. So congratulations to Mary Stuart on that. All right, so looking at some assignments that we did last week, remember that Courage and If, so Courage by Edward Guest, If by Rudyard Kipling, both of those poetry analysis were due last week, but if you haven't turned them in, make sure you're getting those things turned in so I can grade them and get a grade in the grade book. But also make sure you're posting those Flipgrid videos as well. I know that some of you had some difficulty uploading and we kind of worked through those issues. Some of you had difficulty replying or responding to some videos. Make sure you keep trying that. Email me with questions. I'll troubleshoot as much as I can. The Pandemics, Epidemic, and World Events assignments due April 3rd. Make sure you're continuing to work on that. There are 4 parts to it, so make sure that you are taking care of that. And then the life map. Keep working on it. There's no due date yet, but keep working on that to make sure that you can get that done. All right, some people posted and emailed questions to me, and I wanted to make sure that I went through some of the questions about the assignment so that we could have some clarity so you understood exactly what you needed to do. So first of all, the Pandemics, Epidemics, and World Events assignment, it's due April 3rd, so that's this Friday. All right, it rolled out. It came out like Wednesday morning, so you're going to be at the end of it. You'll have had a week and a half to do it. It's due April 3rd. Make sure you're continuing to work on that. There's no problem with turning it in early, so if you're done with it now, go ahead and upload to Schoology, but you have until Friday, this Friday. All right, what do you have to do? So there are technically 4 assignments, but on the document itself, it has 5 different things. So the first thing just says become an expert on one of those either events, epidemics, or pandemics. Okay, so you're going to research that. You're going to read about it. You're going to make sure you understand the ins and outs of whatever it is that you choose. And it's from that list that is on the document. Some of you emailed me asking, hey, can I do this particular one? It's not on the document. Could I do this instead? And I gave approval for that. So you're becoming an expert on the event that you choose or the pandemic or epidemic. Then you're going to write a compare-contrast essay about the thing that you've become an expert on from the list of pandemics, epidemics, and world events, and you're comparing and contrasting it to the coronavirus, okay? So if you need help on how to write that, you can email me those questions, but I also sent out an email with a link that has an example compare-contrast essay as well as some how-to steps on how to write those, all right? So that's the first thing. You're writing a compare-contrast essay, and it needs to be written like a full-blown essay. So introduction, body paragraphs, and a conclusion, okay? And sometimes the best way is for compare contrast. Maybe it's introduction, and then your first body paragraph is comparing the things. The second body paragraph is contrasting the things, and then you finally end up with your conclusion. Or maybe you do an introduction. Your first body paragraph is about the event or epidemic that you chose. The second body paragraph is about the coronavirus. And then the last body paragraph is the conclusion. So you could do it any way you want, but it needs to look and read and seem like a full-blown essay like we would write in class, okay? Then you're going to create a video of you teaching me about the event or epidemic or pandemic you became an expert on. So you are teaching me about that, and I believe that it's no less than 6 minutes. It's no more than 10 minutes. Okay. So you're giving me kind of the rundown of what this event was like. Maybe the cause of it, the deaths, how it affected the world, how it affected the country that it was originated in. Whatever you find out about it, I want you to put that into some sort of teaching video, and you're going to explain that to me. Okay. Then the next thing is you are going to write a personal account of how the coronavirus has affected your life and maybe the life of people in your world or your friends, family, okay? And it doesn't have to be like a full-blown essay. So you're going to write that however you want. Be creative with it, but you're going to explain how the coronavirus has affected you. And it could deal with school, it could deal with sports, it could deal with friends and family. Whatever it is you choose for it to deal with, that's what it's going to be about, okay? It needs to be about a page long, so it's probably as long as an essay, but you can write it however you want to write it, okay? And then the fourth thing, the last thing, is you're going to put yourself into the shoes of the leader of the free world. So you are the president of the United States, or you're a world leader, and you are going to create a video like it's a press conference, and you're going to explain how you got the country through the coronavirus issue, pandemic, and then you're also going to tell us, as the audience is the nation, you're going to tell us what decisions you're going to make in order to help us get through some sort of recession or depression on the other side. So you're going to explain to us how you're going to rebuild the country. So the first part of that video is you're explaining all the decisions you made to help us get through it. And then the second part is how you're going to rebuild the country now that it's over. Now, you can be as creative as you want with that. I believe it needs to be no less than 6 minutes, no longer than 15 minutes. So it's a little bit longer, but make sure that you encompass all of those things in there. Be specific and be detailed, all right? So those are the 4 things that you have to do for this pandemics, epidemics, and world events assignment. And then how do you turn it in? What I would say is everything needs to be on Google Drive. So your 2 writing pieces should be in a Google Doc, and they are in your Google Drive. The 2 videos, however you do those videos, upload those to the Google Drive. And what you should do is have a Google slide and just embed all the links for those things, for those assignments. You'll put the link for the 2 writing pieces, and you'll put the links for the 2 videos. Please label them. So put personal account, and then have the link. Maybe put compare contrast essay and put the link. Here's this one video, the press conference video. Here's the link. So do that, and then just upload the entire Google slide to Schoology rather than having to upload 4 different things. Put it in one Google slide, upload the Google slide so that I can see all of those things. Okay, hopefully that helps. The life map, here's some questions. Maybe not even a question, just keep working on it. There's no due date yet, but continue to work on that as you have time, which that's what we have right now. Keep working on that, asking people questions, making sure that you're writing things, putting it together. Now keep in mind, you don't have to write everything. Some of the things you might write, and some of the things you may find that someone else has done, maybe a piece of art or a poem, you can use someone else's work to help tell your story in your life map. You just need to make sure that you give them credit for that in a works cited page, okay? But keep working on that. And if you have questions about it, specific questions about what you are doing or how you should progress through this, just email me, and I will do the best I can to talk you through it. Or if we need to set up a Google Meet just to kind of talk through your particular assignment or your particular life map, we can do that as well. All right, as far as Google Meet, we are going to have a couple more Google Meets this week. So tomorrow and Thursday, we're going to be on a Google Meet at 11 o'clock and at 1 p.m. And I know some of you have had some difficulty finding the code. Let me explain this again. So hopefully you're watching this video and you can understand this. At about 10 to 15 minutes before each meeting, I will put the code in a document called Google Meet on Schoology. So then you'll need to take that code, and it's a different code for each meeting and every day that we do it. So take that code, type it into Google Meet, and then you can join the meeting. And generally the meetings are about 30 minutes long. Tomorrow we will probably have the meeting. It'll probably be about 30 minutes long, but I'll talk through some of the things about the assignment, maybe ask some people some questions on what they have done, how they progressed, and then give you a chance for question and answer. And once the question and the answers are done and you don't have any other questions, then we can go ahead and get off the Google Meet so you guys can get back to work, because I know that the assignments that you have are not just for this class. So tomorrow and Thursday at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And it's a stop by to check in. It's also just if you have any questions, but I'll explain the assignment a little bit more and then take some questions so that we can make sure that you guys are moving the right direction, because this assignment, Pandemics, Epidemics, and World Events, is due this Friday, all right? So there it is, March 30th, 2020. I hope you guys, again, are doing great. I hope you're progressing through the assignments well. I hope you're getting all the questions answered that you need. But if you're not, show up to the Google Meet tomorrow at 11 or 1, or show up to the Google Meet on Thursday at 11 or 1, and we can definitely take care of those questions and talk through some of those things together. Or just email myself or Coach Chakowski so that we can help you with whatever it is that you need. But always make sure, I know that this is a difficult time. We're not able to be face-to-face with each other. We're having to do everything online and digital. Hashtag stay home learning, right? So just make sure you're being safe, that you're being sane, and that you are being sensational. And I will see you later.